Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video we shall see some more properties on bounded linear operator. So first of all you should know what is a bounded linear operator. Linear operator whose bound is finite number, right? So we may say the bound of some operator t is less than some finite number. So the theorem here that we have is it says that the operator t which is present in the space bxx, where what is this bxx? This is the space consisting of all the bounded operators. So b comma x, this is the space of all bounded operators. So on this space of all bounded operators, where the space x is defined to be a Banach space. Now what is a Banach space? A normed space which is a complete space. So now they say that if your operator be a bounded operator defined on some Banach space, and the bound here is given to be 1 of this operator t, and norm of t is less than 1. So then we are to show these results. The first result, it says that the operator I minus t, its inverse exists. This is one thing that we have to prove. As a bounded linear operator, first of all we have to show that the inverse of this operator exists, and moreover this is a bounded operator. Another thing we have to show that the operator which is represented by this infinite series, the operator I plus the operator t plus the operator t square plus the operator t cube and so on up to infinity. So we have to show that this thing is equal to infinite series, and the series on the right is convergent in the norm on this space of bounded linear operators on the complete Banach space. So this is the theorem here. As for the proof, in order to show that I minus t inverse operator that exists, so we will show that the series which is this operator which is given by this series exists. And so what do you mean by existence of this series? We will show that the infinite series has a finite sum. Another thing, we will show that it is convergent. So let's get started by showing the existence part. So here, because you know about this property, right? So we may apply this property onto the series here. So that means if you take the norm of t to the power j, so what would be that? It would be less than equal to the norm of t to the power j. So here in this particular series, if you look at this series where you have defined the terms in a normed manner, right? So here this series converges only if the norm of t is less than 1. Why? Because in that case it would become a geometric series. So how would this series look like? It would look like something like this. The operator 0 plus norm of t plus norm of t square plus norm of t cube and so on, right? So here you see this forms a GP series of operators where the norm of the operator t is strictly less than 1. So therefore this is a geometric series which is convergent, because that is the condition for convergence. So we say that this infinite series also converges absolutely for norm of t less than 1. Why? Because here you see the normed series converges. So therefore this series given by equation 1 converges absolutely whenever the norm of t is less than 1. And moreover, because x is complete, so therefore the space consisting of all the bounded linear operators on x is also complete. This follows by the completeness theorem on Banach space. So moreover, we also have the result about this absolute convergence. This absolute convergence implies the convergence whenever we are talking about a normed space which is complete in itself. If that is so, absolute convergence implies convergence and convergence implies absolute convergence. So therefore, this series given by equation 1, which earlier was absolutely convergent, now become a convergent series. So we have shown over here that this infinite series is convergent, and moreover we have shown here that this series is a GP series, right, having the common ratio as the norm of operator T, which is less than equal to 1. So we have proved this first part. So the next thing that we require to prove is that this is nothing but the sum of this series. So whenever you take the sum for this series, so that sum would be equivalent to this operator I minus T inverse. So let's denote this sum by capital S. So moving on to the next part, if we denote the sum in the series 1 by capital S, so we wanted to prove that this S is nothing but the inverse of the operator I minus the operator T. So for that, what we do, we take this operator I minus T multiplied by I plus T plus up to T to the power N. So basically we wanted to show this result. So using this result, I minus T into S is equal to S into I minus T, that is equal to I. So from this result, we shall prove that S is nothing but the inverse of this operator I minus T. So how we follow this result? So let's see that. For that, what we do, we consider I minus T multiplied by I plus T up to T to the power N. So this thing would be equivalent to this thing, there is no problem, because when you multiply the terms here, you would have all the terms cancelled out and you are left only with I minus T to the power N plus 1. And what is this? This is nothing but S, right? Whenever n tends to infinity, this becomes n, because S was the sum of the infinite series of this kind. So whenever you let n to go to infinity, this term become equal to S. So you have I minus T into S is equal to S into I minus T, and this thing is equal to I minus T to the power infinity. Now T to the power infinity, because the norm of T is less than 1, so this term would tend towards 0 whenever you have n going to infinity. So that means we are left only with these terms. So from here we obtain this relation, and using this relation we may conclude that S is nothing but the inverse to the operator I minus T. So that is it for this video. Thank you for watching.